And welcome to the Rock Radar. My name is Smitty from the What the Hell Everything podcast. Another reaction in my quest through space to open rock and roll minds, mine first and then yours, maybe by happenstance. That quest brings me to Aslan today. And really, sad circumstances dictate the reaction. You follow the channel at all, you know I'm getting more and more and more into Irish culture and Irish music. I will give details on that message in just a moment. But, you know, the Irish groups that I follow and Irish history things, I learned that a musician by the name of Christy Dignam, I think that's how you pronounce that. If not, I apologize, passed away recently, just about a week or so ago. And sometimes, through tragic circumstances, we all become enlightened. I had never heard of Aslan or Christy Dignam before. But however, we learn about an artist, whether it be at their peak or after they are no longer with us. That's what this whole thing is about, the Rock Radar. Me soaking up new things, man, and especially Irish things. So Aslan, thankfully, was named after Aslan the Lion from Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, because I assume that's what it was, and it makes me like this band even more before I've even heard them. I had no idea what song to check out. I kind of did a little bit of research, and we're going to go with the song Crazy World, which if I would have done any sort of research before, I would have fucking found out. Crazy World from the Goodbye Charlie Moonhead album from 1994. I know nothing about this band. I have no idea what type of music they play. They're described as rock and roll, and that's good enough for me. Now, I mentioned it before, but before I get to the reaction, some proof that I'm going way down the Irish rabbit hole. Let's get the message out. On April 1st, 2021, I ditched a career I absolutely hated to better myself and do the things I've always wanted to do. And that included my growing love and obsession with Ireland. I want to learn everything. Culture, history, mythology, music, and the language. Which, if I'm being honest, looks really hard to learn, but I'm going to give it the old Smith try. Then, of course, there is my love of pubs and the role that they've played throughout history, and no better example of that than on that beautiful, beleaguered island in the North Atlantic, Ireland. April 1st, 2026, I depart for the Emerald Isle, and for 1 year, I'll hike town by town and conduct interviews with pub owners, pub regulars, historians, town know-it-alls, musicians, and basically anybody that wants to talk to me. If you'd like to support the project and the journey, basic Patreon support is only $3 a month, but just liking a video or subscribing to the channel and following the journey is just as helpful. I'm always looking for volunteers to work as liaisons for the project too, so if you live in Ireland and know people, feel free to hit me up. This is a huge goal, and I need all the help I can get. The Smitty Learns Irish podcast begins April 26th and will be my life's work. Thank you. All right, now that that's done, without further ado, Crazy World from Aslan.
It's all the same.
I love listening to this with no prior knowledge of this band, specifically because most of the time anyway, when I'm listening to music, I listen to it with some sort of historical context. I think it's important to do that. You know, what the fuck was going on around this band musically in their environment when it was released. And you can just hear the 90s influence on these guys. It's great to fucking hear something you'd never heard before, but it was released in the 90s or when you grew up and you grew up listening to that music, and you can just put yourself back into that place, and that immediately does that with this sound, first of all. Second of all, I really like the meld of the rhythm and the vocals here. It's really, really charming. Really charming.
I have traveled through so many towns. Don't know why, don't know where, don't care less, it's all the same. How can I protect you in this crazy world? It's alright. It's alright.
The bass is doing some fun things too.
Can you hear the sound of nothing? Nothing. Nothing's right, nothing's wrong. Don't care less, it's all the same. Love is blind, love is real. Don't you know that love is what you feel? It's alright. Yeah, it's alright. How can I protect you in this crazy world? It's alright. It's alright.
Excuse me, I am just now putting 2 and 3 together that Christy Dignam, who passed away, is the lead vocalist in Aslan. And I can only imagine like people listening to it now, because I know, people, singers and whoever have passed away that I've loved, and you go back and listen to their music posthumously, and it's almost like a ghost is it's almost like you're hearing a ghost. But I'm really in love with the vocals. First of all, I can see them being just or his voice being such a distinct fucking voice, where immediately now I feel like if I listened to him, I'd be like, oh, that sounds like Christy Dignam from Aslan. All immediately.
When the talking's over, all the crowd is gone. Nothing left I can do. Am I ever gonna get through to you? It's alright. How can I protect you in this crazy world? It's alright. Yeah, it's alright. How can I protect you when all the crowd are gone? Now your party's over. All this world is wrong. It's alright. It's alright. How can I protect you in this crazy world?
That was worth it.
It's alright.
Yeah, how fucking cool is that, Just, I don't know what I was expecting. I guess always when I hear that it's music made in Ireland, I always expect it to sound Irish, like some sort of traditional Irish music, but with a twist, could be. I didn't know. But I love it when I find things that don't sound Irish. I love Irish music, and I'm fucking going down that rabbit hole hard. But I love it when I hear artists that don't sound like they're doing that traditional music. They're doing whatever else. And it didn't just sound like a 90s band. I don't want to make it sound like that, but it sounded like a fucking 90s band in the mid-90s that I'd never heard before. And you're like, oh shit, where was this all my life? I could have been listening to this for years and years and years and years and years, but just now I've heard it for the first time. Aslan is definitely worth more listens. Now, if you're new to the channel, go down album rabbit holes. $3 a month on Patreon. That is the basic support. That gets you album reactions. If there's any live sets you want me to check out, that could be the $5 tier on Patreon. But man, I could see myself going down this rabbit hole, man. That was fun. They got like 6 albums or something like that, right? I think they made albums from the late 80s up until like 2001. No, 2012, I want to say. So man, there's a good little bit of content to check out. Again, it sucks when you find out about a band because a member died, and you're like, oh, I want to check this band out. But again, whether it's at their peak, at their beginning, at the end, whatever, as long as that music is spread to other people, it really doesn't matter when it happened. Aslan. Fucking A. You guys, that was awesome. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe if you like the channel. And until then, I am out. What the hell? Everything!